This site is really wonderful. Both Neanderthals and later humans occupied the site. Neanderthals arrived about 40,000 years ago, Neanderthals 36,000 years ago. And as a result of their presence and many other animals using the site, there's a huge collection of bones. The team that's been excavating there has been working on the site since 2008. And actually the lead author on this study has analysed over 8,000 bones. But many of them we can't taxonomically identify. And that's because they're too broken down, they've lost the diagnostic features. This is a little 3D print from another study, but this is typically the kind of bones that we're talking about, very small. These are usually long bones, legs that are in our legs, in our arms, that fragment very easily into many, many fragments. So the site, about 70 to 90% of the bones look like those. As a trial, we analysed 114 of those bones using a technique called zooms, or zooarchaeology by mass spectrometry. And in zooms, what we do is we extract the collagen from the bones. Collagen is a wonderful protein. It's super abundant in our bones, in our skin, and it has small differences in it depending on the species. So we can use those small differences to tell what species tiny little bones like these are. We looked at about 114, and even though we only looked at this smaller assemblage versus the 8,000 that the archaeologists at Cova Eirós had previously studied, we found big differences in the tiny little fragments of bone versus those bones that are much easier to identify morphologically. The big difference that we found is that in these tiny little fragments of bones, these little fragments are mostly prey species, things like horses and deer, groups that were probably being hunted by hominins and then brought back to the site and butchered. And the reason they end up in these tiny little fragments is because people are doing things like splitting them open to extract the marrow. So even with this very small study, we can see a completely different trace. We see the results of hominins, humans, Neanderthals hunting at the site versus those bones which are more intact.